Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem. Rakak belongs to the elders and apostles of Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim, walking, learning, teaching of truth and sincerity. All right, this is going to be another video through the Spirit. All right, Satan had he just fucked up the whole show, not too long ago. Hopefully, we're not going to be lagging and stuff, but we're going to be dealing with this word right here, ghetto. All right, once again, further proving, without a doubt, irrefutably, who the true Israelites are. All right, and these scoffers, they just can't take it. Guys like Vocad, even if we didn't want to be the Israelites, every finger points to us being Israelite. Every piece of evidence that's dug up, if you go dig up a random fucking rock in the middle of Papua New Guinea, all right, it's probably gonna have a picture of the Lord on it somewhere in His true image. All right, even the further you dig into history, the further you dig into the past, the further you realize that everything that we now know is a lie. All right, so we're going to look at this word ghetto. All right, in today's term, it's understood as the place where niggas live. All right, the hood, otherwise known as. But let's actually look at the origin of the word and how it's spiritual to what it's become today. All right, so the word ghetto from Merriam-Webster, the first definition, right? It says a quarter of the city, so a part of the city in which Jews were formerly required to live. You know, the part where Jews were required to live. Now, when they put that word Jews, they want to put you in mind of the people who call themselves Jewish today. But what we're going to pull up is something that, let me see, I'm going to have to go back and get it. We're going to pull this article that helps you realize who those Jews are talking about once again. So keep that in mind, the place where the Jews live. All right. Second definition. The other two really aren't as important, but the second definition, a quarter of the city, so a part of the city in which members of a minority group live, especially because of social, legal, or economic pressure. Ooh, once again. So a place where the impoverished would live. A nation that is impoverished, that lacks social power, that lacks legal power, and lacks economic power. So lacking in all those areas. All right, feeling that pressure. So keep that in mind. The Jews would be doing what? They're suffering. They would be low there. All right. So now we're gonna go. Let me see if I can revive that article. Salachya. Let me see. Put this one and then this one, right? So now this article right here. Oh shoot, Salachya. Take a step back. Right here. Here we go. Is this it? Yep. Okay, so we're going to look at Time Magazine. All right, so keep in mind, we now know what ghetto means, right? It's the place where the Jews live. And these people, they want you to assume it's talking about the Jewish people, all right? Who vocab, vocab, what's your word? Are they the Israelites? You still have yet to respond on that. All right, but anyway, it says how America's ugly history of segregation changed the meaning of the word ghetto. All right, did it really? We're going to come down now. It says today, for many Americans, the word ghetto conjures images of rundown and crime-ridden African-American segregated areas, inner cities, and a common euphemism. The connotation is relatively recent and has only become mainstream in the past 70 years or so. Beforehand, the term was primarily associated with Jewish urban quarters, and its changing meaning illustrates the troubling tenacity of such an idea. So what these assholes are saying, that they want you to believe that the word ghetto originally belonged to them ishies. And the fact that it's gone to us now, people are forgetting about what the ishies went through. You guys can't know. All right. F.A. If you couldn't dodge the oven quick enough, that was on you. All right. And that's a big old sham anyway. All right. But so we're going to jump down. Let me see. We're going to jump down to, is it this article or is it the next? Let me switch over to this one right here. We'll come back. This from NPR. It says segregated from its history, how ghetto lost its meaning. All right. Let's see. Right here. It says, but whatever the root language, The word's original meaning was clear. The quarter in a city, chiefly in Italy, to which the Jews were restricted, as the OED puts it, in the 16th and 17th centuries, cities like Venice, Frankfurt, Prague, and Rome. Rome. Keep that in mind. The big boy. All right. Rome forcibly segregated their Jewish populations, often walling them off and submitting them to onerous restrictions. So this tells you that this word goes all the way back. It was even used in the time of Rome, the word ghetto. So but let's go look at the people that were in Rome. All right, let's go look at the people that were being called Jews in Rome. All right, what types of people was there? We're going to look at Acts 13 and 1. It says, now there was in the church that was at Antioch, and this is we're both with this lesson. We're both going to be learning together. These are new things I'm finding out as I'm reading it. So uh, I won't be able to pump out scriptures as fast because I'm going to be learning this, with y'all. But hey, this is interesting. So this goes back to even the Romans were using it. It says Acts 13:1 now says, now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers. All right, we know these are the Israelites, our forefathers. It says as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called Niger, and Lucius of Cyrene, and Manaen, which had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch and Saul. All right, so let's come look at that word Niger there. So you have some of the Israelites being called Niger. All right, well, let's see what that word Niger means. All right, now keep in mind, it says that word ghetto was applied to the Jews of that time period. So what did the Jews of that time period, who were they? All right, put the space in it by accident. Hey, we the Israelites, and we can't even help it. That's the point that we're at now. All right. No matter what you assholes want to say, it's undisputable. God damn it. Let's look at that word Niger. Double check. Make sure we still good. Yep. Niger. Black. And certain of the it said what? And certain of the who? And certain of the Christians, and certain of those Israelites, and certain of those Jews, they were called black. Why? Because they were dark skinned. All right. The Israelites were dark skinned. It says as Barnabas and Simeon that was called Niger, black. All right. Literally, this is what it translates from the Greek. And Lucius of Cyrene and Manaen. Hey, come on now. I could just end the video. All right. I'm just making these little connections. These were the people that were in the land. These were the Jews. Some of them right here were called Niger, meaning what? Black. So, hey, no, the word ghetto didn't lose its original meaning. It came right back around. It came back to us because we're the true ones. We're the true children of the ghetto. All right. We're truly from the hood, the places where the Romans forcibly segregated us. All right. Let's look down some more. It says by the 19th late century, these ghettos had been steadily dismantled, but instead of vanishing from history, ghettos reappeared with a purpose more ominous than segregation under Nazi Germany. So under the Temanites of Edom, they used the word ghetto to aim it at these Amalekites. But originally, that word always was a word used at us, showing you who truly the real Israelites are. All right, hey, we can't even help it. All right, let's get uh, let me see. Oh damn, I didn't type it in right. Let's see. Art now. Let's get this scripture real quick. Egyptian way. Yep. Now this was being said to who was it? Paul. Yep. Acts 21 and 31. Acts 21 and 38. It says, art thou not that Egyptian, which before these days made us an uproar and led us out into the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers. All right. But Paul said, I am a man which am a Jew of Tarsus. So he said it right there. I'm a Jew, not an Egyptian. Why? Why were you able to get the Egyptians and the Jews mixed up on first appearance? All right, because of this right here. Let's get it. All right, I'll use this image right here, right there. It was Paul was able to easily get mixed up because the actual Egyptians, not the Edomites that came and moved in, you so-called white people that came in and moved in and took over, all right, and repainted every daggone thing and put yourself in all the movies. The ancient Egyptians, all right, and the Israelites both shared this dark complexion, so it would have been easy to get them mixed up, which is the same reason why uh, our Lord Yahweh Shai, when he was born, Joseph had took Mary and fled into Egypt. All right, would you go to hey, come on, man. Hey, you already know what I'm finna say. Now, would you go to a country of people that don't look nothing like you to hide? No, you'd go to some motherfuckers that at least look halfway like you. All right. And as a matter of fact, you still had other Israelites that were living in Egypt, and it shows you that in Maccabees, because it was the beginning of Second Maccabees. They had sent a letter. The first chapter, they had sent a letter to some of the Jews living over there. All right. So now we understand what those people back there, right, in the ghettos in the ancient land were Israelites, dark-skinned Israelites, all right, where the meaning, where the word ghetto actually originates, the place in which the Jews dwell, all right. So they, hey, is dead and is spot on. That's why the term fits us to this day, all right. Let me see. I wanted to see because all the word Jew is short for Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. It's slang. All right. Matter of fact, let's see if we can get actually this term real quick. All right, this right here. Why are we called Jews? It says we were once called Hebrews during the time of Abraham, Sarah, Isaac, and Rebekah. After Jacob got his name changed to Israel and moved to Egypt, the people were called Israelites. This continued for the entire biblical period until Rome ruled over an area it called Judea when we were called Judeans. Says there were a few instances of the word Yehudim, which is their way of saying Jews, and that Yiddish shit used in the book of Esther, but not enough to make it historical reality. Says there's a link with Judah, the man, and then the tribe, which became a small biblical country of David, and finally the area the Romans called Judea. Right? You jump down, it tells you that word Judah didn't appear in English till 1275. So basically, what it's explaining up here is that term Jew didn't come around until the Romans showed up. And instead of, because they're lazy assholes, they just started calling Judah, Benjamin, and Levi Jews collectively, all right, or Judeans, because they were all in that land and all three of them look alike. All right, once again, hey, so this tells you that with the definition of the word ghetto, all right, it says where the Jews live, and when you and hey, who does that term Jews apply to? Judah, so-called African Americans, Benjamin, so-called Haitian, so-called West Indians, and Levi, so-called Haitians. All right, them three. All right, and it works out perfectly because it was the same three groups of people living in the ghetto back then. Because by this time, Northern Kingdom was over here, and it's the same three groups of people living back there now. All right, and in Northern Kingdom and I'll say so-called Latinos and Native Americans, they live in ghettos too. It's just that they're usually called by different names. All right, they'll say the favela. All right, for the daggone Brazilians, or what's the one? Shit, man, the brother knows it. Karatazar knows it. Barrios. Yep, the Spanish way of saying ghetto, the barrios. All right, but hey, nevertheless, this shows you that word has always been tagged and applied to us, the true Israelites. All right. So let's look back at this real quick. Uh, let's check this out real quick. It says as early as 1908, ghetto was sometimes used to metaphorically to describe slum areas that weren't mandated by law, but that were limited to a single group of people because of their constraints. All right. Just jumping down. Study of American Jewish ghettos explained why such communities were being invaded by people of color. It says the Negro, like the immigrant, is segregated in the city into a racial colony. Race and prejudice. I'm just flowing through this article. It's basically telling you, it used to be used on the rats, now it's being used on us. All right, and they have a problem with it. Why? Because we're the true Israelites, and they don't want us waking up and realizing that. But it's too late. All right, and let's just show you what the ghettos look like. And this is what inspired this video. I was scanning through YouTube, and this happened to come up: America's top 20 worst-looking cities and hoods. All right, as a matter of fact, let's get some scriptures now. Who was it told to that they're going to be living in the worst? I'll just make sure I wasn't still paused. Who was it told to they're going to be living in the worst conditions possible? All right, let's go to Deuteronomy. It's no fucking mystery. It's no random coincidence. It's no random coincidence, y'all. Come on. You scoffers, hey, y'all, hey, just give it up. Just give it up. Good try, all right? Deuteronomy 28. I'm going to start at verse, let's see. Where shall we start? Salachya, I'm seeing a good point to start. I think there was that one. Verse at. See, Salachya. I'll pause it real quick. All right, we're going to get these couple verses right here. Deuteronomy 28. It just took a second for it to register in my brain. You know how you be looking over shit. Verse 16, it says, now this was the curse told to the Israelites. It says, cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thine kin and the flocks of thy sheep. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. All right, we're going to jump down one more. Then I'm going to let this clip play, and I'm going to be reading off the things that I can see that line right up. All right, verse 48, it says, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, and shall sin, that the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. So let's look back. All right. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, cursed shalt thou be in the field, it said. Look at this. Cursed. Look at this. Completely destroyed. This is from the channel Charlie Boy. He's out here from Detroit. He went through the works 20 hoods. Let me see. Let me get. What city did that nigga go through, man? Looked like an absolute shanty town. Where's Okay, yep. Let's go to. He went through Detroit. Let's go to Baltimore. Look at this. Through. All right. It said what? Curses thy basket. What? Daggone commercial. Here, let me flip it back. I don't want them to copyright me so I can skip it. Yeah, you're not gonna let me skip it? About to say, come on now. All right. Cursed is thy basket. Look, we don't have any businesses. This barred shit. Shit don't stay open. And if it is there, it's not ours. I bet you this metro is ran by an Arab. All right. We should, the want of all things. We don't have anything. If you get shot in the hood, you have to go travel 15 to 20 miles to get to the nearest hospital because there's no hospitals in the hood. All right. What is this? A and Z groceries. Nothing. Matter of fact, what does it say? Cursed in thy basket and thy store. Do you think this place is giving out anything nutritious? All right. Fuck no. Come on now, cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, when thou goest out. When I comest into what? Into fucking life. And when you go out. Look at these little niggas. Alright? Look, another grocery store. Check cashing. Food market. Look at this shit. Look at this. Who else does this fit? Alright? Who else does this fit? Litter all on the ground. The place of the Jews. Alright? This is where we dwell at. This is how we live. So who else does that word truly apply to? Completely through. Then you had the police on the corner because there was probably a nigga with his brains laid out somewhere. All right, let's look at another one. Let's look at. I want to show y'all Cleveland. Cleveland looked at something fucking awful. Where's Cleveland at? That shit looked at horrible. Hey, Salachya to my brothers out there in Cleveland, man. That shit looked at horrible. But it ain't no better here in Detroit. So shit. Detroit looked like a bomb went the fuck off. me see. Cleveland. Let's look at Cleveland. Through. What did it say? Cursed is the field. No plants is growing. No crops. No fruit. No nothing. Hey, there ain't no vegetable gardens in the hood, in the ghetto. It's nothing but abandoned buildings and death and destruction. Like it said was going to come to us in these curses. All right. Like it said right here, cursed in the city, cursed in the field. We don't even fucking have a field now at this point. Hey, then it said in 48, we have to go to the enemies for the want of all things. Why? Because when you read Genesis, what is that, 27, Esau's blessing, he was given the fatness of the land and of the earth. So where he lives is where shit is nice at. All right. You want to go to a decent grocery store, they have to travel 10, 15, 20 miles to a Meijer or a Kroger or a Sam's Club, because we don't have that here. Because why? We're in the ghetto. What's the ghetto? The place where the Jews dwell. What are the Jews? What do the Jews look like? Who are they? Let's take a look. Let's see. Let's go see what the Jews look like. All right. Now that we know that that word Jew, derives from Judah, all right, as it said in that little article, one of the sons of Jacob. What does it say about Judah? What does it say that them Jews, them Judahs, them Judites look like? Let's take a look. Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. Let's look at that word black. It says they're black. Qadar. What is that talking about? So the Jews are what? Are dark. All right? Dark colored. Dark colored people. All right, and I could go get that other one in Songs of Solomon, where King Solomon said himself that he is dark. All right, blackish color, burnt skin. It says as of a sunburnt skin. Job 30:28. This is some of the commentary on it. To be darkened as the day, the sun, the moon. Dark skin, as if the shade is over you. It's telling you that's what the Israelites look like. Judah. All right. And look where they live. Where do the Jews live? Once again, in the ghetto. All right. This is the ghetto. This is what it's always been. I'm just gonna let this play for a second. Look something up real quick. Absolutely through. That is Detroit. Detroit. The toilet, as some of us call it here. Absolutely through. Oh, let's look at this. I just came across this little article. I was looking on my phone. Was now what did it say about our Lord? Right? It said right here. Can anything good come from Nazareth? Nazareth. All right. Good in the hood. Wow. Look at this shit. Hey, vocab. Hey, might as well give it up. Look who pops up. Little Jakes. All right. Why? Because we're the Israelites. Because we're the Jews. It says when Yahushua called Nathanael to join his growing team of disciples, Nathanael was doubtful as soon as he heard where Yahushua was from. Nazareth, he scoffed. Can anything good come from there? The answer was, of course, yes, Yahushua. All right. It says a lot of us make the same mistake about our city's poorest neighborhoods. Can anything good come from there? We ask, and we conclude that no, we must take the goodness to the ghetto instead. That's what I thought when I left a comfortable life in rural Oklahoma to do inner city ministry. But I discovered that, like in Nazareth, Yahushua was already there. All right, so we're going to jump down. I want to see the thing that I had clicked on. Let's see. Where is it at? Where is it at, Salak? Let me see. Oh shit, damn, Salak. All I had to do was keep reading. It says this right here. It says, well, Yahushua was already there. And it said this: the ghetto is his home turf. And all we need to do is partner with him when we get there. All right. Hey, so I just told you that Yahushua came out of where? The ghetto. Once again, what are the ghettos? The dwelling place of the Jews. What are the Jews? A dark-skinned race of people. All right. Today known as Negroes or African Americans. Through, through. I'm about to close it down. Because the point has been made. Can anything good come from Nazareth, the hometown of our Lord Yahushua? And they got this bitch, this bitch up. All right. So let's see. I want to see specifically. Uh, It says Nazareth did not have the greatest of reputations politically. Following the death of Herod the Great in 4 BC, the Roman armory in Sepphoris, 4 miles from Nazareth, was robbed, and the Romans retaliated by crucifying 2,000 Jews.